Hello.
Hello,
Hi.
Brenda.
Good day to you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, before we start with our class, I wonder, how have you been? How was your weekend and how are you today?
It's great.
Mm-hmm. Nice to hear.
And uh, and I watched that movie, The Blind Side.
Oh, how was
Wow,
it?
it's a great movie.
Oh.
It's good. It's about love.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, yeah,
Yeah. In the
so
middle of the,
sweet.
that's right. And in
Mhm.
the middle of the controversies or the problems that exist between black and white Americans, seeing this movie
Yeah,
is something really refreshing.
yeah.
hmm All right. Well, then, let's take a look at your answers for the
Mhm.
activity for Unit 2. And yeah, you were supposed to give your responses for this article about penguins. Hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what can you say about this activity? Was it something difficult or it was something easy peasy?
Okay, I think. Okay, let me check.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
The question,
Mm-hmm.
the question is choose four features that enable them to survive in very cold water.
That's right.
I chose C, D, F, and G.
Well, where did you get the correct or where did you get your answers? Can you tell me the exact location of your answers in our article? Is there any paragraph here that
Okay.
could reveal all of the answers?
Okay. Okay.
All right. Wow. I figured that all of the answers come from different parts of the paragraph, but okay. This may break your heart, but unfortunately, majority of your answers were incorrect. And actually, for this part of our, or for this essay, you have to look at only one paragraph. So only one paragraph contains all of the answers. Now, let me show you that part. It should be here. Oh, okay. Sorry about this. It looks like it would have to delete this for now. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I will just write what you mentioned earlier. So you said C, D, as well as F and G. Okay. Well, the answers should be found only in this paragraph.
Okay.
Mhm. Well, can you please consider your answers one more time and see which exactly or what answers would exactly be good here?
Okay.
Mhm.
Mm.
Okay, your answers here are very good, but unfortunately, in the list that you gave me earlier, you got only letter D. Other than that, your answers were all wrong. Now, let's take a look back at what you underlined here. So, there, let's see. For the second paragraph, you have underlined here some information, but unfortunately, if you're going to look at these details, they do not support the idea about or the idea that penguins can stay in water, in very cold water. Yeah. So let's
Mhm.
say, for example, from this thing you've underlined here. Okay, let me just check on that. So you have the male balances the egg on top of his feet. Well, this detail right here does not support anything about living or staying in water. All right. Mhm.
Um, uh, this okay.
Yeah.
This reduce the cold of the ice.
Okay, this one either. I'm afraid this is impossible, or this is not a correct answer, correct location of the answer as well, because you could see their eyes. So it's in its solid form, not its liquid form. So unfortunately,
Oh,
it's, yeah, it cannot be considered an answer. But anyway, let's have a look at what we have here. So you have underlined keep moving, and you also have others here. So let's see. I'll give you the answers for this part. Okay. Sorry for a moment. I would like to find another material. I cannot use my
okay, it's
mouse.
okay.
All right. Okay. I think this one is much better. Okay. So, right. Um, The answers would have to be A, D, O, D, E, and H. These are the answers. So,
Oh,
all right. Now let's take a look at first one. Accordingly, they move through the water very quickly. Hmm. All right. Well, where do we find this? Hmm.
mm,
All right. Do you have any idea on where to find this, perhaps? So let me just underline all the correct answers here. It's D and A, E, and H. All right. Hmm. Okay, so let's check.
okay.
Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. That's a very good one. But which do you think is this? So that's
D.
for letter D.
Mm.
Well, you were able to find a very good location, but unfortunately, that or this thing right here, okay, let me just underline it once again. This answer
Mm-hmm.
you have found right here should be for another
H.
item. That's right, that's supposed to be letter H. There.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, now
Mm-hmm.
can you find another? Is there any way you can find
Mm,
another here?
okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what is that for? So that's for your
Yeah.
answer in letter E. Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, not only letter E. Well, let me just underline that once again. So there, leap up for a quick breath and swiftly move upward. Not only for letter E, but that is the location for the answer in letter E as well as letter A.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. If you're going to look at why these are considered the answers, so we have their leap up. What is the meaning of leap up?
Leap up for a quick race.
Mm-hmm.
Leap up.
Yeah. So
Um,
mhm. They're in water. For
I
example,
don't.
this is water.
Uh-huh.
This is penguin. They
Mm-hmm.
leap up. They suddenly go up.
Okay, got.
Mm-hmm. All right. So
Okay,
that's
got it.
through the water, and then they breathe, also that part. So when they go up, they take a quick breath. All right. But how
Oh,
about letter D?
okay.
How about letter D? Oh, all right. I'm sorry. I didn't see you have already found the answer. So for letter D, that would have to be, yes, this part. Diverts blood from the flippers and legs to the heart. All
Yeah.
right. Mm. Earlier, you gave completely different answers. What happened? What do you think could have confused you?
See, they chose shady areas. Shady
Shady
areas.
areas. Uh,
Shady areas.
so maybe we can check this once again.
Okay.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm, and this. Ooh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
This.
Waddle.
Yeah, and
Okay. All right. So you're talking about their survival in cold places. But for this part, I'd like you to focus, or I think you failed to focus on the first paragraph, or first two sentences of the third
mhm,
paragraph. So from this, you could see it's all about survival in extremely cold water. There we go. In extremely cold water,
mhm.
which can be easily found in our question right here. So, accordingly, you were supposed to choose for the following features that enable them to survive in very cold water there. So, in this part, hmm, so the first two lines of the third paragraph and the question itself, it looks like you were somehow confused here.
Yeah, a little bit.
hmm Okay, all right. So, yeah, I guess that's for this part. But anyway, are there some questions you would like to ask in this article or in this passage before we check on the others?
Mm, no.
Okay, all right. Then if that's the case, let's move on to the next. All right, health
Okay.
threats. Yeah. hmm Of mobile telephony. Well, what can you say about this passage? Was it also challenging?
Okay, let me check.
Okay.
Okay, it's about mobile telephone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think it's easier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
It's easier. What about what is easier? Oh, you mean this is
and
easier,
uh,
the passage?
and the question, I think.
Okay, all right. Let's see.
Mhm.
So before anything else, can you please give me your answers for items 7, 8, and 9?
Okay, my answer is BAD.
BAD? Ooh, bad. Your answer is bad. Yeah.
Wow, it's all wrong.
No, 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 no. I
Oh,
wasn't.
okay.
Yes. Yeah, all right. So your answers were, yeah, BAD, which stand for
Bad.
bad. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, there you go. BAD. Okay. Well, I would say that you got one correct answer right here, but unfortunately, the other two items are incorrect. Well, let's take a look. So let's have number 7 first. Can you please tell me which paragraph were you able to get the correct answer?
The masts are closer together and emit higher frequencies.
That's right.
Okay.
So
Oh,
which part is that? Oh, okay, there we go. Okay.
okay.
So which paragraph in our
Um,
passage?
this.
Alleged threat to health. Okay, so that would have to be paragraph 5. Okay. You got the correct paragraph, but let's see. Um, Okay, so there we go. From this part, we can get the answer from the same paragraph, but unfortunately, it's a little far from what you've shown earlier. It would have to be somewhere around there. So the difference there around this part, technology uses a higher frequency to carry the signals, allowing masts to emit more radiation. And then this problem
So,
there is intensified by the need to have masts in closer proximity to each other and handset themselves. That would have to be the exact answers.
so it's D. It's answer D.
No, not really. Well, for this part, for number 7, your answer, letter B, is still correct, but the underlined expression you gave me earlier was the wrong location. It would have to be in
Oh,
the final or second to the last
okay.
sentence. Okay. Well, for items 8 and 9, unfortunately, these were the items that I mentioned earlier to you that you missed. Would you like to check one more time
Mhm.
your answers for number 8 and 9?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. But can you find the location of the answers for items 8 and 9?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Is this paragraph?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Okay, so let's see. How or have you already figured out the answer for number 8?
Um.
Mm-hmm. All right. Hmm. Perfect. You got the exact location. So, what do you think should be the answer for number 8?
So the answer is B.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Um.
The answer
Uh,
is D? I just
Let
misheard
me
it.
check. Okay. Living close to this forwardation are particularly used for cross-site websites. Okay, then
So you
it's B.
chose letter
Okay.
D.
It's yeah.
Okay, that's correct. Actually, that's correct. So, finally got the correct answer. Hmm. Okay, but earlier I was wondering why did you choose letter A initially?
Because the passage on animals living close.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all
Yeah.
right. Hmm. Okay, well then, that's it for number 8. How about number 9? Where can you get the correct answer for this?
The last paragraph.
That's right. Okay.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's correct. So,
And
mm-hmm. Okay, let's try to
mhm,
screenshot that part so it will be
mhm.
easier for us to check. But anyway, as you can notice here, the answers appeared in order, and yeah, so we can see that the answer or the answer for item number 7 was found um, in the paragraph where or before the paragraph where you can find answer for number 8. Okay, let me just move that a bit. Please tell me which
Okay.
exact part. Mhm.
Keep healthy and get enough sleep. Okay. Oh,
Okay, other than that.
and it's not considered as serious as no effect of living or working near them. Yeah.
All right, so what do you think is the correct answer now?
Oh, we turn them off when not use them. Okay. Um, C.
Mounting a mast on the building. Unfortunately, we can't use that. Oh, did
Wrong.
you find it
Okay.
because so did you say that because of this? It is considered a serious effect of living or working near a mast? No way. Well,
Yeah.
unfortunately, the answer here would have to start from this part. So we
Turning
do
them off when
there.
yes.
We do this for limited periods. And then we can have there
Okay.
between it is believed that our bodies can recover. So there,
Uh-huh.
that's supposed to be the answer. Then in this case, I would say that the answer would have to be letter A. There we
A.
go.
Not using them
Continuously.
okay.
Mm-hmm. Not using
Why?
them continuously. That is for this part, first sentence, when we said that the danger of exposure exists when using a mobile phone, but since we do this for limited periods, there, between which it is believed their bodies can recover, it is not considered as serious as the effect of living or working near a mast. So there, we could see we could see there the limit to the danger. Right. Let me just
Mm-hmm.
have that
Okay.
limit to the danger from mobile phones. Hmm. Well, what I can understand from how you answered number 9 earlier, especially before this class, you earlier you chose letter D, right? Keeping healthy and enough sleep. I think this is your personal
Yeah.
opinion, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's my opinion.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mm.
I can't find the answer in the program, so
Mm.
I think
Mm.
I think it's a better way.
Well, yeah, I totally agree. This is a truth. I mean, many experts would agree with what you answered, but yeah, for this part, unfortunately, we're not able to get the exact location. So, we cannot consider letter D since it was not or it's not included in the passage. Mm, and,
Okay.
All right. As for letter C, mounting a mast on the building, well, actually, this is totally wrong, I'd say, because staying or living near a mast would make it more dangerous. So it's the opposite. You are exposing yourself to more
Okay.
danger.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, anyway, do you have questions in this part?
No.
Okay, all right. From this point, okay, well,
Mm-hmm.
but anyway, I would like to know what are your answers for items 10 and 11 for exercise 22?
Okay, let me check.
Mhm.
Okay, C and E.
C and E. Ooh, okay. Let's write that down here. You got yourself C as well as E. Ooh, okay, all right. Well, before I tell you the exact answers, can you tell me where did you get these answers? All right. So for the final paragraph on the first page, all right. Well, let me just um cut that part. Okay. So originally your answer was C and E. Can you please underline the location of your answers?
Okay.
Mhm. So you have there, most of them are vertical, and at the same time, you have there, they're characteristically horizontal. Well, I think that your answers are contradicting each other, don't you think? One says it's vertical, the other says it's horizontal. Hmm. Would you
Yeah,
like to check your answers once again? Actually, one of them is
uh,
incorrect.
one of them. Okay.
Mhm.
I think vertical is not right.
I'm afraid.
Okay.
Okay, so your
Okay,
answer
got
was
it. So,
vertical. Yeah, so it's wrong. hmm There you go. hmm Oh, you got the answers right. Hmm. Okay. So there we can see, or I would just like to double the part where, or that you line or underline. So there we go. Typically horizontal in development. So we have their letter
mhm.
E. And we can also see here frequently of considerable length. So these are the exact locations of the answers. Hmm.
But okay, that means they're often long.
That's right. So when we say something is of considerable length, it means that they are long. And there we also have frequent. Okay, so maybe we can just check on that. One thing to note, well, we have there, um, let's see.
Mhm.
You have there often, and we have there frequently, which are synonyms. And we can also see their considerable length and long. Yeah, so they are
Okay,
pairs. hmm All right.
got it.
Great. And you've answered here characteristically horizontal. Well, that is exactly what we have for the first answer. Hmm. All right. Well, you were able to find the correct answers right away.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
considerable. Mhm.
Hmm. Okay. So, what can you say about this activity? Was it something that was extremely challenging, or it was just a bit confusing because of the locations of the passages?
Okay, I think the first passage.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, uh,
Mm-hmm.
it's it's required me to choose two of the following features
Mm-hmm.
of this passage. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so four of the
Mm-hmm.
following
Mm-hmm.
features. So it's very um
Tricky. Do you find it tricky?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
a little. Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, If you're going to look back at the activities that we've just had, did it help you? I mean, was it easier for you to answer some questions which are somewhat familiar to you, or it didn't really matter whether you're familiar or not with the passages?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Um, Not familiar with me.
Mm-hmm. So, are you saying that it was more challenging for you when the passages were not familiar to you?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, that's something that we can practice on, but yeah, we can try to read some more. So in this case, we can practice a lot
Yeah.
because unfortunately we
Yeah.
cannot really choose the topic. But I wonder, in your university, do you also come across some articles or some reading materials in English?
No, actually, no.
Ooh, okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, I've already forgotten your major. I'm sorry about that. Can you tell me one more time what your major is?
Account and finance.
Okay, account and finance. And okay, now I remember why you don't have to come across some reading materials in English.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay, all right. But in any case, when you are reading something in English, does it really affect or does your interest or familiarity with the topic affect your understanding of the whole passage?
Mm, okay.
Mm-hmm. So,
Sometimes, yeah. Mm-hmm.
sometimes.
Okay. And that depends my time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, because
Mm-hmm.
I will take a L test this summer, so summer vacation. So I have to reading passage by myself,
Mm-hmm.
and in my university, no teachers give your homework or
Mm.
what else the um,
Some
reading
tasks.
tasks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. We've had the multiple choice questions, but for now, we are moving forward to short answers. All right. Yeah, looks like we have to.
Short answer. Okay.
There are short answer questions. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so for the short answer questions, this is also something that can be somewhat tricky because you will have to be very mindful of the number of words or numbers that you are supposed to write. So there we go. These questions require to write your answers in no more than 3 words. There.
Words.
So your words are being counted. And once again, for this type of question, you can still make use of the same techniques that we have already talked about, which would be skimming and scanning. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And also, one thing that is being highlighted here, always be reminded if the answers require a hyphenated word or contraction. There we go. Well, why are these very important to remember?
Mm, because the answer should be the answer could be in the examples.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Or, well,
Yeah.
actually, for these things right here, they're basically just for the word count. So if you're going to look at this one, non-believer, well, this is supposed to have a hyphen. Well, we will have to still make use of the proper spelling and writing. We have to observe that. So there we go. And so for non-believer, that's supposed to be counted as one word. The same is true for this item here, there, although originally there is composed of two words, namely they and are. These two words are now considered one word.
Okay, got it.
All right. And
Okay.
also, yeah, we have to remember the numbers or numerals. We may spell them out or just use to have digits.
Okay.
Right, and once again, for the short answer questions, we have two types, the question form, just like what we have right here, and we also have entails listing with answers. So just like what we have here, we are supposed to have short answers, but there's a list we need to enumerate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, let's take a look at the next part. Well, we have here some more approaches that we need to remember. Well, actually, we have already covered these parts earlier. So, same techniques, make use of keywords, try to skim and
Mm-hmm.
scan, and
Yeah.
anyway, try to understand the words or the questions very carefully before you start reading the essay or the passage.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, for that part, how about we take a look at this? So, once again, we are back to health threats of mobile telephony. Well, you've already read this some way, somehow, and we have here a set of questions. And, ooh, okay.
Okay.
Now, the class is over, so I believe that this part will have to be your homework. Okay.
Okay,
All
got it.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So please answer exercise 6 on page 23. And please don't forget to include another supplementary activity, which should be found on page 59.
Oh, 59.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Well, let me just try to have that here. So this time, okay. Well, this time you really have to use this article, destructive to children, and the questions follow. So that's exercise 23 right
Okay.
here. All right.
Got it.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
great. Well, before we say goodbye to each other, are there some questions you would like to ask or some clarifications you want to make?
No.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Then that's it for today. So see you tomorrow.
Okay. See you tomorrow,
Bye,
Brenda.
Cece.
Bye.